We have the Island Boys kissing and doing oral and they're also going to jail. So a lot of things are happening with the Island Boys. Don't worry, I'm not going to show the kissing or the oral I don't think too many of you guys want to see that. Some of you guys might want to see that though, but where can I find the Island Boys video? Just curious. I mean, you could Google it if you really want to see it. I'm not going to play it for you guys. Should we do the Island Boys or should we push that back for a little bit later? Because I think we've had a lot of cringe so far. Maybe we got to push that back further. We'll do the conspiracy theories and the Island Boys after. Okay, let's see. So this is the most bizarre music conspiracy theories. There are some bizarre ones. I have a feeling I know what some of these. Yeah, I know about the Kanye West cloning one. Lady Gaga, bro, I don't know about that. Drake. Oh, the Drake one's crazy. Okay, let's see. I don't know some of these. Michael Jackson wore a mask. All right, burn Florida to the ground. I can, I have some family that lives there, but I'm okay if I don't see them anymore. I think we can burn Florida to the ground.
From Kanye West being cloned and controlled by his personal trainer to death grips being involved.
Why would your personal trainer control you? Doesn't even fucking make any sense.
In the tragic bombing at the Ariana Grande concert.
Excuse me?
There are a lot of conspiracy theories revolving around music. So today I
feel like some conspiracy theories have no legs,
I have gathered 6 of the most bizarre music conspiracy theories, starting off with the Michael Jackson wore a mask theory. Also, if you aren't aware, this is a part 2.
Is this guy sound like Burger King put lettuce on purpose? Let's see. Wait, hold on. Let's get a comparison there. Burger King put lettuce.
Number 15. Burger King foot lettuce. The last thing you'd want in your Burger King burger is someone's foot fungus.
Foot fungus. Oh my god.
Due to a video that I made about a month ago.
I mean, it doesn't sound that bad, but it's like it's like a little, I see it's going in that direction.
And in that video, I was pretty dismissive of the theories. So I'd like to apologize right now to all the truth seekers out there that I offended by my video. I now believe all of the
some conspiracy theories. I'm like, you know what? I could see it. And some of them I'm just like, you're fucking mentally unhinged. You're out of your goddamn mind. You need to put down whatever you're smoking. You need to take your schizo medicine.
Theories. And real quick before I get into the new theories in this video, let's first hear a word from our sponsor. I'm very excited to say hear a word from our sponsor. Is brought to you by Manscaped, the premium brand for men's grooming and hygiene products across the globe. This is a product that I've actually been using.
We gotta watch the ad. If we're gonna watch the content, we gotta watch the ad. I'm sorry, guys.
For quite a while, and I'm a big fan of. So I'm very.
It better be short though. You better be to the point here, Matty Balls. Okay.
Excited to have this.
I swear to God.
Video sponsor.
Red Bar hates Manscaped. I haven't ever tried it, so I can't say.
By them. Manscaped.
I like Red Bar though. He's pretty cool.
They actually just hooked me up with their all-in-one perfect package 4.0. So let's check it out.
Hook me up with the perfect package 5.0 from whatever the f said.
Waterproof trimmer with advanced skin-safe technology, so when you're shaving, it reduces nicks and cuts. Because it's waterproof, you can also trim in the shower, making it very convenient with easy cleanup.
Needs more Subway Surfer. True, we can't do that in every video though. That's insane.
You can also click the button right here on the front 3 times to enable travel lock.
Oh my god, come on. I don't know if I can make it through. This ad is too long, man. This is too long. Natty, this is too long.
Video.
Okay, here we go. Okay, we're getting to it here, guys. If Michael Jackson wore a mask, all right. Try to sit through the ad, but come on, man. It's like over a minute long. You're crazy.
So the Michael Jackson wore a mask theory is a theory that spawned due to an incident where he caught on fire during a Pepsi commercial on January 27th, 1984. They were filming in front of a live audience of 3,000 people, and during the 6th take, some of the pyrotechnics went off and Michael was
dude, his head's on fire.
Too close to them, so his hair and jacket caught on fire. The flames were quickly put out and he was rushed to the hospital. He suffered 3rd and 2nd degree burns on his head. Because
Holy
of this,
shit.
This is what some theorists speculate Michael Jackson actually looks like.
Wait a minute. Pieces are all coming together now. Wait, do you think this is why Michael Jackson had a different face?
I believe that anytime he was seen after this incident, he was actually wearing a mask or some sort of makeup to cover up his real face. So
wait, this one might have some legitimacy to it. Legitimacy. I can't talk.
Let's take a look.
I'm just gonna stop trying.
At the evidence. So the burn incident during the Pepsi commercial was very much so real, captured on video, and was in front of a live audience like I said. Fans said that his scalp was glowing and smoke was billowing from his head. Another piece of evidence,
it was beautiful, really,
is that MJ has been seen wearing masks or costumes like the time he was playing the mayor in his short film Ghost, which leads people to believe that he was doing a similar thing every time he left the house.
Who's weird now? Who's the freak now?
He was able to change his voice a decent bit, which adds the component to this theory that he is still alive wearing a mask, but I'll touch more on that shortly. Michael Jackson also had a very weird nose and had been rumored to wear fake noses or put makeup on it to cover it up, leading theorists to believe that it was due to the burns. On top of all of that, there's an Akon interview where he talks about going to the movies with Michael Jackson and meeting up with a stranger who had Michael's voice, because Michael was...
What? Wait, hold on. There's a lot to unpack here. Akon went to the movies with Michael Jackson?
in disguise, and Akon couldn't recognize him. So like I said, the theory is that after the burn incident in 1984, Michael Jackson suffered so many injuries that he had to always wear some sort of mask or makeup or disguise every time he went out in public following that event, and no one actually knew what he actually looked like. Then comes in Dave, a kid who was set on fire by his dad when he was 6 and suffered extreme burns over 90% of his. When Dave was
he looks suspiciously like Michael Jackson.
7, he met Michael Jackson, who would help pay for a bunch of his surgeries, creating a long-time friendship. Theorists point out how Dave became a lot more public after Michael Jackson's death, leading people to believe that
Oh my god, no, don't say what I think you're gonna say right now.
Dave was actually Michael Jackson without the mask. And the real Dave was living his life elsewhere. They point out that Dave looks somewhat similar.
I mean, they're just making the same mouth shape. Well, I guess the eyes look a little similar. The nose looks nothing alike, though.
To MJ, and also has a similar voice.
Bro, oh my god. It's like, yeah, dude, they look really similar. Both faces are just like...
Oh, it's a very interesting story, Larry.
And this is at least what all the conspiracy theorists say. I was gonna pretend to believe all these for the video, but this one is just so obviously fake, and most of the evidence is verifiably false. The fire was heavily exaggerated as it mostly affected his scalp, and here are some pictures of him in the hospital the day after the incident.
Oh yeah, dude, that's not that bad.
He did have to wear a wig to cover up, but not a whole face mask. The theorists straight up lied about the Akon interview because Akon was talking about a disguise Michael wore to the movies, and Akon was joking about how bad it was as a disguise and that people eventually recognized him. He also broke his nose in 1979 during a dance rehearsal, so he had some plastic surgery to fix the issue, and had a few more in the following years. His nose did have a lot of issues following these surgeries, which caused many follow-ups.
That's not fucking nice, Maddie. That's not nice.
And he had a lot of things done to cover up his nose, but a whole face mask or disguise was not one of them. It was really just a bad plastic surgery. So the theory is indeed bizarre, but not too realistic. However, this next theory is somehow even more bizarre.
All right, guys, you ready for this? Death Grips and Ariana Grande? Okay, let's see. Where could this go?
So this theory is that the experimental rap group Death Grips had some sort of involvement in the bombing at an Ariana Grande concert.
That'd be really fucking edgy. That'd be really edgy of Death Grips. So just like commit a terrorist act, but for the meme.
2017. The attack took place on May 22nd of 2017 in the Manchester Arena as fans were leaving the concert. Including the attacker, 23 people were killed and over 1,000 were injured. So what could an experimental hip-hop group like Death Grips have to do with this incident? Well, that same day, May 22nd of 2017, Death Grips released a song called Steroids. It was released at 22:09 or 10:09 p.m.
This is gonna get batshit crazy. When we start talking about times and dates, that's when it gets really weird. It's like, well, 10 plus 9, if you subtract 7, that makes 12. It happened at 12. Therefore, they did it.
The song is 22 minutes and 31 seconds long, and the Manchester bombing happened at 22:31 or 10:31 p.m. So the song was released exactly 22 minutes before the bombing. There were also 22 victims who had passed
Okay, yeah, this is some batshit crazy shit. Anytime you bring numbers into it,
away, excluding the bomber, and the bomber was 22 years old. The song,
bro, like they're just like letting the bomber get away basically by blaming it on Death Grips. They're like, no, it was Death Grips though because 22, right? 22 there, 22 there.
The song had lyrics like timeless, but I admire improvised explosives, and the bomber at the concert used one of these IEDs or improvised explosive devices, which is basically just a homemade bomb.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, I don't really see any proof that he didn't do it. They didn't do it, so do your own research.
Another lyric that theorists point to is exit wounds in rabbit ears, rabbit holes that last for years.
What? What does that even mean?
And if you aren't familiar with Ariana Grande, she had recently just released an album called Dangerous Woman where she was wearing bunny ears in the cover.
Yeah, it's impossible for like more than one artist in the world to be referencing bunnies.
Common theme in her imagery. Death Grips even had an old Twitter account called BB Poltergeist, which for the longest time only followed Ariana Grande.
Okay, well that is a little weird. I will say that is a little weird.
You've also probably noticed that
I mean, not gonna say that means they did it, but it's not looking good. That's not a good look there. The only person they follow, I mean, to be fair, she's one of the most popular artists in the world though, so it could just be a coincidence, obviously.
Number 22 keeps popping up, and that's because 22 along with 11 and 33 are big important numbers in numerology. The bomber was a 22-year-old man from Libya.
Oh, fucking God, dude.
And apparently Libya's name in numerology is 22. The BB Poltergeist
when you go down the numerology path, it's over. Yeah, it's over. Pack it up, Death Grip bros.
Account I mentioned earlier also has some ties with numerology, with B meaning 2. So 22 poltergeist is essentially what the
You know what? I'm convinced now. They did it. They did it.
handle means, and a poltergeist is a supernatural being that can cause physical disturbances like loud noises and throwing around objects. Death Grips has also showed some interest in numerology. Their album Government Plates was surprise released 13 months, 13 days,
Oh
and
my
13
God.
hours after their previous album in 2013. Not only that, but their next album following the song Steroids was released 13 months later on June 22nd. This theory does go
What the f, dude? These are just a bunch of arbitrary numbers.
a whole lot more into occultism, which is too scary for me to Google, so I'll just play a
What the f, dude? Come on, dude. You can't, Maddie. Grow some fucking balls, man. It's literally in your name. Your name is Maddie Balls. Grow some goddamn balls, dude. Look up occultism. I'll do it right now. Occultism. Oh my god, it's so scary, dude. Holy shit. You know what? I guys, I'm sorry about that. No, but seriously though, like what the fuck, dude? Like, come on, it's not that big of a deal. Show them how to Google it. I just did, dude. It took me like 3 seconds. I don't know. This is some pretty scary shit. I'm starting to see it. All these numbers remind me of how bad I was at math in school.
brief clip explaining the significance of the number 13.
Wiccans, which have occult beliefs, follow the Celtic tree months, which divides the calendar into
Is this voice pitched up? What is going on here?
13 separate months. Between the release of Steroids and Year of the Snitch, there were 13 full moons. Death Grips has often tied releases of their projects to various lunar occurrences.
So essentially what some people believe is that this was some sort of occult ritual where Death Grips summoned some sort of supernatural power to cause a bombing. The only main issue with this theory is that the song wasn't actually released 22 minutes before the bombing, and according to Facebook, it was released at 7:11 p.m., and I doubt Death Grips was in on such a horrible terrorist attack. But this would not be a good conspiracy theory video without the mentioning of a clone theory.
Bro, I'm still recouping from that. That was so freaking batshit insane. It has to be like a troll or something. They could have just timed their songs to release it those times. Yeah. Death Grips did it. That's all I know. That's all I know here. Kanye West was cloned. This one's pretty funny.
I'd like to thank Internet Anarchist for bringing this theory to my attention, as he made a great video on the topic. But anyways, people speculate that Kanye West was actually cloned, and that there are 2 Kanyes that we have been seeing over the past years. This is a theory that began in 2016 after Kanye had gone on various rants about Trump, Jay-Z, and many others during his St. Pablo tour. He was barely performing any actual music, leaving many fans upset. Following these viral rants, he was at his personal trainer Harley Pasternak's house when the police were called because Kanye was acting erratically. Police got there and he was
I mean, come on, man. He's known for acting erratically. That's not even out of the ordinary. That's just not even out of the ordinary. Come on.
taken to the UCLA Medical
You
Center.
got Kanye West and Kanye West.
He was then diagnosed with bipolar disorder, given meds, and canceled the rest of his tour. People took note of how Kanye looked like a shell of himself in photos following the incident. After this, he was working on an album called TurboGrafx X16, and a song from that album called UCLA was leaked. Some speculate that it was even recorded in the UCLA hospital, but I can't find any evidence for that. However, the song did have some eerie lyrics like "Welcome to UCLA, tell me how UCLA, I'm going cray," and "Take your meds, yay, go to bed, yay, get out of your head, yay, did you hear what I said, yay, I didn't say that." Really weird.
Kanye acting weird. Imagine my shock. I know, dude, it's unbelievable, actually. I think it's the first time I've ever heard of that.
And then if you fast forward a few years, this theory pops up once more after Kanye's recent controversies. If you didn't know, Kanye made many comments about Jewish people that led to him losing partnerships and business with almost every company and brand he was working with. Following these incidents, an interview with actor Orlando Brown
I mean, I won't disagree that that was weird, but he acts erratic in general, so it's not that shocking.
was released where he said this.
You guys actually realize like how there's a taller Kanye and a smaller Kanye, taller Kanye and a smaller. They're fighting for who's gonna be Kanye.
Right. All right, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it.
They're fighting for who's gonna be Kanye, dude, right in front of you. And it's
I've seen too much movies, for real. Way too many movies.
like, yo, bro, leave my brother alone.
So Orlando is claiming that there were two Kanyes, but he isn't new to crazy claims, so he may not be the most reliable source. After this claim made by Orlando Brown and all the controversies he was in, Kanye shared a message from his personal trainer.
What should be obvious by now is I was raised to stand for my truth regardless of the consequences, so I will say this again. I was mentally misdiagnosed and nearly drugged out of my mind to make me a manageable, well-behaved celebrity. Okay, so this is a personal trainer here. I'm going to help you one of a couple ways. First, you and I sit down and have a loving and open conversation, but you don't use cuss words. Sounds reasonable to me so far. And everything that is discussed is based in fact. That sounds really reasonable to me. And not some crazy stuff that dumb friend of yours told you or you saw in a tweet. Okay, which friend though? What are we talking about? Second option, have you institutionalized again where they medicate the crap out of you and you go back to Zombieland forever. Playdate with the kids just won't be the same. Okay, that is pretty weird. That second part's a little insane.
Or Harley Pasternak, that was quite haunting. I mentioned this guy earlier because this is the guy Kanye was with when he was first taken to the hospital and given meds for his bipolar disorder. Harley has worked with many celebrities, including many people who have died to drug-related incidents like Mac Miller and Brittany Murphy. This is
interesting.
Led theorists to believe that Pasternak may have had a hand in these people's deaths. It doesn't help that before he was a celebrity personal trainer, he used to work for the military as a nutrition and exercise scientist where he would study medicine. He said in interviews that he had access to different sorts of drugs and he wasn't governed like everyone else. So what does this have to do with Kanye? Well,
yeah, it is a little bit odd.
Posted a tweet with a text from Harley that reads, "I'm going to help you a couple of ways. First, you and I sit down and have a loving and open conversation."
Okay, we heard this. I read it already.
People saw this tweet and actually took Kanye's side, believing that Harley was evil since he had put him on meds before. But this theory goes even deeper, when in December, Kanye tweeted a picture of a swastika inside the Star of David, saying he was again running for president. People were obviously upset and he was again banned from Twitter, but others pointed to it actually being a symbol for the religion called realism. Realism is a religion that believes
I don't think the man is a clone, but some people might want to look into the Zombieland thing.
Aliens called the Elohim, who are responsible for a lot of miracles around the world. However, realism is also very passionate about human cloning because they believe that
Oh my god, shut the fuck up. No.
Cloning is the key to immortality. So maybe the tweeting of that symbol was a clue about him being cloned.
Why wouldn't you just be like, I have been cloned? I've been cloned. Like, if you've really been cloned, say I have been cloned. Here's my clone. Take a picture of him.
And the final piece,
like, why would you send out a symbol? Why would you post a picture of a symbol and hope people like are able to determine like, oh shit, he's being cloned? Why don't you just say, hey, if you really were cloned, take a picture of your clone and be like, look, I've been cloned or some I don't fucking know. Even then people might say it's Photoshop, but it makes more sense than just fucking posting some symbol.
The evidence for this is from his Can't Tell Me Nothing freestyle during his Sunday service in 2020 when Kanye said,
"The phony would clone me."
I mean, come on. What rap song doesn't have the words clone in it?
Just watch how they cloned me.
And as for when many people think
Bro, a lot of people try to imitate Kanye. Come on, let's be real here.
Kanye was actually cloned, a lot of people point towards 2016 since that's when he had a big personality change and went on a bunch of...
People know how cloning works. Like, you don't spit out a full-grown copy of something. I don't think a lot of people know how cloning works. I don't think it's like I don't think that's common knowledge. So no, I wouldn't say I know how cloning works.
Rants. There was also...
I've only cloned hard drives. That's the only thing I've ever cloned.
Also an incident where Kanye was seen with one of his ladies who is supposedly 5'9".
One of his ladies. Ladies, you think?
Which would make the big Kanye, little Kanye theory seem true. But the truth is she was actually 5'4". So of course, again, this theory is pretty crazy. But the only thing I could see being a little true maybe is the fact that his trainer, Harley Pasternak, wanted to control him and put him on meds. Because there is actually some evidence for that. Speaking of clones and weird Hollywood antics,
See, the problem with a lot of these conspiracy theories is there might be something there for some parts of it, and then they get so batshit crazy with the rest of it that it kind of just makes the whole thing seem insane. It kind of just ruins it by association. Like, there might be something there with the personal trainer, but it's all this clone you make even the personal trainer thing seem insane now by even including that.
Brings us to our next theory, which is about Lady Gaga and Lena Morgana. People believe that Lady Gaga was in some way responsible for the death of Lena Morgana, another artist who Lady Gaga knew personally and had a very similar style. So theorists believe that Lady Gaga caused her death and then took her place in the music industry. This theory does run very deep, and I'm just going to cover the key points. So
by deep, I mean it's insane.
Let's check it out. So Lena Morgana is an artist who had been releasing music for a while, and then around 2006 she began working with a guy by the name of...
That is a low quality image.
Rob Fusari.
That's crazy. That's the only image they had. What does Lady Gaga know about cameras? How, Sway? That is a good clip.
She also had a publishing deal with Sony. Not much else is known about her.
I mean, it's related. I mean, we got Kanye West talking about Lady Gaga. Now we have Lady Gaga in the video. I don't know, man. I'm seeing things. I'm seeing things in ways I was not seeing them before.
Music career, other than the fact that she was on the rise. Her MySpace page was getting a bunch of attention. Her music had been on the radio, and she was also featured in a couple of TV shows. Then in 2007, Rob picked up another artist to help Lena with her music. And can you guess who that artist was? That's right, it was Lady Gaga. Originally, Lady Gaga was brought in to help Lena with her songwriting and background vocals, and apparently they made around 12 songs together. None of them were released, however, one song called Wonderland by Lena with Lady Gaga's background vocals has been leaked.
Wait, what exactly is the theory here? I'm kind of confused about this one. Okay, Lady Gaga replaced Lena. Okay.
After working together for about a year, on October 4th of 2008, an article was published that said a woman believed to be in her 20s or 30s jumped from the roof of the Staten Island Hotel in Graniteville this morning. And
Right. So it must be Lena Morgana.
as it would
It has to be. There's no one else it could be.
eventually turn out, the unnamed woman was 19-year-old Lena Morgana. Fans were in the dark for a while since she wasn't named until Lena's family released an official statement. Meanwhile, Lady Gaga was blowing up as a solo artist rather than a writer in the background. We aren't sure when exactly this theory spawned, but it definitely gained some attention after Lena Morgana's mom reached out to TMZ, basically telling them that Lady Gaga had stole her daughter's swag, and she wanted
She stole my daughter's swag. How dare you steal my daughter's swag? What an insane way to put that.
to bring recognition to her daughter. She also sent a video that compared the similarities between the two stylistically. They had very similar outfits, similar makeup, similar
I mean, come on. You're just wearing some black revealing clothing there. I don't think there's a lot. I mean, come on. Is that really? Oh, look at that. They're both leaning left. Oh, with the hand on the hip. That's crazy. That's unheard of. No one's ever done that before.
stylistically. They had very similar outfits, similar makeup, similar styles,
Black revealing clothing? Oh, that's impossible, dude.
similar music videos, and even similar music. And all of Lena Morgana's
What even, dude? How is this one even? What is this one proving right here? What is this? What is this one even proving right here? I don't even know what the fuck I'm looking at.
outfits and style predated Lady Gaga's. TMZ reported that
This one here too. What is this? What is this? They're both women. I found the similarity here. They're both women. One is red hair, one is pink hair. Case closed. It's almost like working with the same people to help you produce stuff might cause you to share a similar image. Joined halfway in the video, and I feel like I'm watching Ancient Aliens. Yeah, this is some insane shit.
Lady Gaga said something in response along the lines of, she feels awful that a woman died at such a young age, but they hardly knew each other. Which is really weird for her to say when there are multiple sources stating that they made a ton of music together. So because Lady Gaga eventually took on Lena Morgana's musical identity, people speculate that for some reason Lady Gaga had Lena Morgana killed, or even
Come on now. Yeah. I order a hit on her because I want to be her.
sacrificed her so she could become a star. Really, the only evidence fueling this is the paparazzi music video by Lady Gaga and a statement from someone who claims to be Lena's aunt. So in the paparazzi video released
Wait, we don't even know if it's actually her aunt.
in 2009, Lady Gaga is seen being thrown over the edge of a balcony,
I don't think it's that weird that I think you can work with people and not know them outside of work. Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, I agree with that. Like, I mean, I've like collabed with people and I don't know them that well.
which a lot of people believe is a callback to how Morgana died.
Why would you, okay, if you actually murdered somebody, why would you put the same thing in a music video? Don't you think that would draw attention to it, right? I don't know.
They also point out how Lena's death was kind of suspicious since she was apparently dancing or exercising before jumping off of the roof. Gaga is also seen in the music video wearing a similar outfit to the one Lena Morgana had been seen
Okay, case closed. Similar outfit. All right.
wearing, and the video was very weird.
You know what? Maybe it was Death Grips. Death Grips did this one. Death Grips did all of these. That's what it is. I think that's what's going on here. Death Grips did all of this.
Focused on death. Then there's also a statement from someone who is allegedly Lena's aunt that reads, "We, Lena's family, do not believe that she had an intention to die. We, as a family, do not believe that Lena committed suicide."
We believe
Theory also
it was Lady
goes
Gaga.
even deeper into a bunch of like satanic and spiritual and weird occult type of things. People think that Lady Gaga is involved in satanic rituals or that she absorbed Lena Morgana's soul and a bunch of other weird, creepy stuff like that. The biggest issue with this theory, though, is that Lady Gaga
All of it. The biggest issue is all of it.
wasn't even in New York at the time because she was actually in LA getting ready to leave to film her Poker Face music video. So it's very unlikely Lady Gaga was involved in Lena Morgana's death.
What the f, dude? Yeah, she was off. She was on the other side of the country filming a video for a very important song in her career. I don't know though. She could have done it. It seems like she could have done it.
Like I said though, this theory does go a lot deeper, so I'll leave a link in the description to
How much deeper can it go? It's gonna be insane. I feel like.
a video that covers basically the whole situation. But now let's talk about a conspiracy theory that has just been reignited.
What do you guys think about this one? So I think it's that Drake had Triple X killed. I don't know though, man. Drake seems kind of soft. I don't think Drake would get anybody killed. I don't know though.
The theory that Drake is responsible for the death of XXXTentacion is nothing new at all, but recently it's been reignited, and this theory has always interested me, so let's look into it. In 2016, X's song Look At Me was blowing up on
So I think the only reason he would have to do this is, well, one, he was really popular, but also like he talked to Drake, which, I mean, a lot of people talk shit to Drake. I don't know.
SoundCloud while he was in jail. Drake apparently found the song and attempted to reach out to X, but couldn't get into contact with him. So in January of 2017, Drake teased a song called KMT, where he was using the exact same flow as X did on Look At Me. This sparked a huge beef that really helped jumpstart X's career. X was talking crazy about Drake on Twitter for a while, and then Drake addressed the accusations.
I kind of feel like a flow, like, I don't know. I feel like people kind of overhype up like stealing a flow. I feel like it's kind of like a chord progression. It's in that there's only so many different flows. Maybe if your voice and flow sounds the same, then it's like, okay, you're really trying to be them now. But I kind of feel like stealing a flow is not as big of a deal as people make it out to be. Drake stealing flows, 100%. Drake putting out hits, kind of sus. Isn't Drake a confirmed groomer? Yeah, if anything, that's something a little more I'd be concerned about. Like, Drake is he does seem like kind of a bit like a groomer.
In an interview where he
Drake stole my flow. He stole my flow too. Stealing flow is more important than lines.
Said he didn't know who X was until he was accused of taking his flow. Then X went on live and continued talking crazy about Drake. The beef then died down for a while, despite there being some clear animosity between the
two. Be careful, you might go missing. Yeah, for real. I'll make it thrown off a roof or blown up by the death grips.
Two. Then in February of 2018, X posted on his story, "If anyone tries to kill me,
what the fuck, dude? I mean, to be fair, Triple X was a little bit unhinged, right? At the very least, he could say he's a little bit unhinged.
It was Drake. However, he took it down and claimed that he was hacked, which would make sense since he was recently praising Drake for God's plan. Then in May of 2018, Drake released a song called I'm Upset, where he said, SMS, Triple X, that's the only time I ever shoot below the neck.
I mean, come on now. Really? Okay, let's think about what that means. SMS, Triple X. I'm thinking it's talking about like sex. And then the only time I ever shoot below the neck, like it's probably, I don't know, I'm talking about fucking, I feel like, right?
Why you keep on shooting if you know that friend is dead? That's the only kind of shit that gets you some respect. The following month, X was murdered while he was...
I don't know, man. I mean, that lyric is a little sus.
Is dead. That's the only...
That lyric is a little sus, for sure, but it doesn't mean anything.
Kind of shit that gets you...
People talk about stuff they don't do in raps all the time. Why would you, like, if you did something, why would you talk about it in your raps? I mean, not saying that people don't do that, because people clearly do that, but I'm just saying, like, if you want to get away with it, you probably shouldn't do that.
Respect. The following month, X was murdered while he was shopping for motorcycles because the murderers were trying to take his Louis Vuitton bag, which had $50,000 in it. I mean,
that sounds a lot more plausible to me, right? Trying to take the bag? I don't know.
I remember the day that this happened, and everyone on my Snapchat immediately became a detective. It didn't help when shortly after, Drake released his album Scorpion with the song Mob Ties on it, which had lyrics like, sick of these people, hire some help, get rid of these people, and Louis bags in exchange for body bags.
Okay, yeah, that's not a good look there. That's definitely not a good look there.
That last line does seem like a direct reference to X's situation since he was killed over a Louis Vuitton bag. Then 4 months later, when the Sicko Mode video was released with Travis Scott and Drake, there was a scene where it looked like an X lookalike was being crushed.
Shooting below the neck refers to Drake excluding his face from any nude or Triple X pictures he sends to women via text from Rap Genius. Well, to be fair, Rap Genius, that's all like filled in by random people, but that is sound plausible to me.
By a rock. Following this, conspiracy theories died down for about 4 years until Drake released his collab album.
I always hated the fucking cover on this album. I don't know, it's just really obnoxious looking to me. And the teeth thing here and the little band-aid, like,
with 21 Savage. And on the song On BS, Drake said, maybe I should do a 20, maybe I should break that 20.
Worst cover? Yeah, I did not like that cover. I don't know.
And maybe I should break that 10, do a 5, then if it gets live, do a 5 again. People speculate that when you add these numbers up in a certain way,
oh, fuck me, dude. We're doing numbers again. We're doing the numbers again.
Makes 30, which is XXX in Roman numeral.
Oh, come on, dude. Oh, come on. A lot of this evidence is being drawn from the lyrics, like their meaning of the lyrics. You know what I mean?
Following that line, he said, if he held his tongue on that live, he'd be alive again. Like I said earlier,
okay, well, I don't know what he meant by that one there. But
X had talked crazy on live about Drake, so many people assumed that this line was
I mean, it's all a stretch. I will say that last line there, like, I'm not sure what is that supposed to mean, though? I mean, it doesn't mean, we're not saying for sure it means that he killed Triple X Tentacion, but what does that line mean there, though? That has to mean something.
Like I said earlier, X had talked crazy on live about Drake, so many people assumed that this line was a direct diss to X. And what reignited these conspiracies even even more is when Drake was called to show up at court. If you don't know what I'm talking about or don't know much about the case for X's murder was still going on recently, and I'm pretty sure it's over now and the murderers got sentenced.
I mean, you tell us, dude. You're the one doing the video.
But Drake was called to show up, and he didn't, but his lawyer eventually did. His lawyer pointed out how there was zero evidence that Drake had even had any communication with the killers, and the judge...
Drake is not the type of guy to kill. He would just pinch your ass. I mean, I feel like if Drake, let's say theoretically Drake was involved, I feel like he would hire people to do it. He is like way too famous and rich to not hire someone else to do it. Like, he's way above that, but I don't think he did it. It's also possible that motherfuckers just robbed him too. I feel like that is the much more likely theory.
Said that Drake was innocent. So the bulk of this theory is just lyrics and subliminals. However, this next theory is all speculation, but has spawned urban legends for nearly
Wait. What is the next one? The Love Roller Coaster. I have no idea what this is.
half of a century.
I really don't know what this one is.
This is a 3-for-1 conspiracy theory because there are multiple theories that have spawned from the song Love Roller Coaster by the Ohio Players. The song was
I don't know who that is.
released in 1975 and became a #1 hit. It was also eventually covered by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. However, during the song at about 1 minute and 24 seconds, there's a faint scream that can be heard in the background. This scream has spawned many conspiracy theories, so
Oh, come on. Just based off the scream alone?
let's talk about them. One of the most common explanations for this scream is that there was an incident with the model who was on the album cover. In the album cover, she's being covered in honey. However, theories suggest that she was actually covered in some sort of acrylic substance for the purpose of the photo shoot. The substance then got stuck on her body, and while people were trying to get it off, it ripped off parts of her
It's a
flesh.
sample from Splice? Right. Song's from 1975, though.
For some reason, someone caught the scream on tape and decided to use it in the song. There's also a bunch more theories revolving around this idea. A spin-off of the one I just said is rather than the scream being caused by her flesh being ripped off, she was furious with the Ohio Players manager and busted into the studio while they were recording the song. She was demanding compensation from the manager and threatening to sue, so he stabbed her to death to
And then they put it in the song.
keep her quiet, and her scream was caught on the original song recording.
And then they weren't like, let's re-record it. They were like, let's just keep it in there.
Somehow
That was the perfect take. We're not cutting that out.
no one noticed it, and it made its way
Somehow nobody noticed it. No one noticed that, right?
to the final cut. A third theory is very
That is the most insane theory ever. No one noticed it. They were mixing and mastering it. No one noticed the scream. That was really obvious, though.
similar to the second one I just mentioned. Instead of being at a recording studio, the band was
Is it possible they put it in there on purpose? Right.
recording the song at one of the members' apartments. While they were jamming and recording, an intruder broke into a neighboring apartment and murdered someone, which was captured on the song. However, since the band members likely were singing and had headphones on, they never heard the scream. Like the last theory, somehow the scream made its way to the final cut of the song without anyone noticing. Like I said, there are many spin-offs of these theories, like someone was killed in a nearby recording studio, or the model was burned by the hot honey and screamed, and that's where it came from. However, one of the members...
Yeah, they could have fab filtered it SMH. Yeah, they could have used UVR or Peel or whatever
of the
or RipX.
Ohio Players at the time, Jimmy Diamond Williams, offered up the following explanation
They could have used OTT. Yeah, that would have helped it for sure.
decades later. He said, "There's a part of the song where there's a breakdown. It's guitars and it's right before the second verse, and Billy Beck does one of those inhaling type screeches like Minnie Riperton did to reach her high note, or Mariah Carey does to go octaves above. The DJ made this crack and it swept the country. People were asking us, did you kill this girl in the studio?"
What the fuck, dude? You know what? I think I gotta start doing this with my music. Put some insane shit in there so people will start cooking up conspiracy theories.
Band took a vow of silence because you sell more records that way. So the only question is, was Mr. Williams telling the truth, or was it simply a cover-up story? The world may never know. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Other than that, this has been Matty Balls, and I will see you guys next time.
I still don't understand why his name is Matty Balls. Like, why the balls? Grow some balls, man. You're scared to Google occult theories? Come on now. All right, really quickly before we get into the next segment, I want to do some shilling here really quickly. Don't leave. Have you heard of the new merch? The new Demon Time merch? Check it out if you have not here. Demon Time. We got Massive Hater merch. We also got Demon Time here. Show people that you are on Demon Time here for the low price of $24.99. We have hats. We have jackets. We don't have hats. Sorry, what am I saying? We have jackets. We have long sleeve. We have short sleeve. Get it today. Yeah, if you want to support the channel, consider subscribing on Twitch or becoming a channel member or joining my Patreon. I appreciate that. And you get perks, by the way. I release a new sample pack every month. There's some exclusive content, etc. Okay, moving on here. Yeah, shilling time, right? Okay, should we talk talk about the Island Boys really quickly? Okay, let me open up all the stuff. I'm not gonna play anything explicit here. I'm gonna leave that off. Okay, so recently there's been a lot of talk about the Island Boys. Why, you may ask? Well, my personal opinion is that they are trying to drum up controversy to like bring more attention to their name. Essentially, they posted a video of them kissing. I'm not going to play it, but they were kissing, and I will describe it to you. Essentially, it wasn't like a family kiss where you just kiss once on the lips or anything like that. It was like kind of like more like. It was like a borderline makeout. It was fucked up. It was fucked up. After that, though, yeah, here it is here. I'm not going to play that. I'll spare you guys there. Then there was a photo of them simulating oral sex on each other. So a lot of people thought it was real, but apparently it's fake. And they might be using like dildos or some weird shit. I don't know exactly what they were doing, but this one, I didn't see this one. Play that, fam. Are you sure you want me to play that? I don't think I'm going to play that. I don't think I'm going to play that. Bro, what the No, this one he's going to play. No, I can't. You can't even find this one. But yeah, essentially they're brothers, right? Why they do this? I mean, I'm pretty sure they're doing it for attention. So anyways, in the Instagram post above from No Jumper, you can see the Island Boys posted a photo where they simulated oral sex. The image above is censored, although it seems like the uncensored image might be fake. Some believe a prosthetic was being used, which is certainly possible given the angle of the photo. Hopefully it's probably, I would say, is most likely an elaborate ruse. They're doing this for attention because their name fell out. You know, we're not going to play that, guys. And they're doing this for attention though, because it's like they're brothers, and it's like that's going to get a lot of attention because it's terrible. It's fucked up. Okay, let's watch these videos about them saying if they're gay or not though here, and then we have them going to prison. Sorry guys, we have Adam22 here. The only place I can find the clip here. Don't worry, it's only like 4 minutes, okay?
Yesterday, a fly soldier saying that he is in fact a homosexual and that he is a top. Now, can we get some confirmation on that?
Yes, asking the important questions here. Thank you, Adam22.
Yeah, I'm only gay sometimes.
So you're bisexual?
It's definitely, dude, it's definitely a troll, man. It's definitely a troll. I'm only gay sometimes.
I'm just kidding. No, what's it called? No, I'm not bisexual. I was just on live, just trolling and stuff like that.
There we go. We got the answer there.
I be in my trolling mood. I be geeking.
But why making out having oral sex with your brother? Well, the thing is, that's gonna get attention no matter what. Do you know what I mean? Especially if you're someone who's a celebrity already, or whatever you want to call them, like D-list, F+ celebrity or whatever. Like, if you do something that weird with your family, you're automatically gonna get talked about.
I'm a top too. But yeah, you know I'm a top. Anytime someone says I'm a bottom, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Content, guys. This is content.
Someone sucking my dick. I ain't sucking no dick.
What?
Dude, yeah, I like how you did this.
Oh, you're saying that you would never get bent over and let somebody run?
Okay, I think we get the idea here. All right, this is not important. Okay, facing up to 5 years in jail. I've never actually seen this page before. This is the only place I could find this 5 years in jail thing. He's playing the SpongeBob game. That's funny. I bought this for me and my daughter to play.
Kissing his crusty neck. What do bad bullshit?
I just want penalties for incest. Oh, okay. So he's okay, I got it. So he's saying the incest they could have up to 5 years in jail. So yeah, I guess that's what he's talking about, them facing jail time for the incest. SpongeBob games slap hard. They actually kind of do, dude. The one I was playing is pretty fucking good. I won't lie.
The Band Incorporated.